does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
This is the one people are going to want to watch.
Speaking of which, ahoy there, YouTube! Back again today for more of our top 100 games of all time. We've gone numbers 100 through 91, and we are here today with both my friend Brandon.
Hello.
His top 10 and my top 10 games of all time. I have no more honorable mentions. We're just down to the greatest games ever.
Let's just do it. Let's just freaking do it.
I'm going first. My number 10. Don't have it. Boom! Spectre Ops from Flat Hat Games. This is a fantastic hidden movement game. If you've ever played Scotland Yard, but you want a little bit more, this does it perfect. So essentially, either one or two people are going to be going into a big secret base and trying to steal information and then trying to escape. And everyone else is trying to find them. And everyone else has really cool special abilities. The secret agent has special abilities. And it's a very tense cat and mouse type of game as you try to find the person running around the base before they can steal your information and before they can escape. Tons of special ability cards. An expansion I'm pretty sure is coming out next year, which the game definitely would benefit from, even though it's an absolutely outstanding game. Love this game. Never will turn this one down.
Really? Okay, that's gonna make the list. The only hidden role game I've ever played is Letters from Whitechapel, which is the Jack the Ripper one, and it's fantastic. I've played both sides of that, where I've been Jack and I've been the inspectors, and it's awesome. And it's like tension and pressure and stress and like, don't find me. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. So if Spectre Ops is like that, I'm on board.
Yes,
I'm on board.
I played that one. I like Spectre Ops a little bit better. I think it's just the special abilities really kind of make it, because each person in the game has their own unique special abilities, and they're really cool special abilities. But both great games.
Awesome. My number 10 is Lost Cities. We've talked about it. Yeah. It's a 2-player game. It is, what I love about it more than anything is its simplicity. It's just cards with numbers. There's 5 colors. There's numbers 2 through 10, and you're just trying to figure out how to get certain expeditions finished. All you have to do is get up to, 20? Yeah, 20 points. The point system's a little wonky, and you'll need paper and a calculator and blah, blah, blah. But anytime I'm with, again, sitting down with 2 players, I'm like, this is awesome. We can play it real quick. You can teach it super quick. It's fantastic. I love Lost Cities. It's wonderful.
Yeah, very great game. Creates a real sense of stress on your turn, which I like. Fantastic number 10 choice.
Number 10 for me.
My number 9 is Aeons End. And I have the expansion box here, but I actually have the original box here. And this is the newest game on the list. This came out last year. And this is probably my top game of last year if I made a list now. And Aeons End is a ridiculously difficult cooperative/solo game in which you are going to be playing a deck builder game, and you're going to have your own asymmetrical power. You're going to have your own asymmetrical starting deck of cards. You know, most deck builders, everybody's got the same thing. This one, you're going to have asymmetrical power. You're going to be trying to work together to defeat a monster. Each monster in the game is drastically different. I think I've got 9 or 10 now with all the expansions, and each one plays differently. They have their own quirks, and just, I love this game. Now, you played this once with me, and I screwed up the rules.
Played it once, wasn't a fan, but we weren't really sure what we were doing.
Massively screwed up the rules.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'd be on board to play again, but I wasn't a fan of it the first time around.
It was super easy.
Yeah, I feel like we just crushed it, and I guess we did it wrong. So.
Yeah, we messed up a huge crucial rule. I love this one. I can't wait to see more come out of it. Indie board and cards, action phase games, Aeons End, and the expansion Aeons End War Eternal. You can't go wrong with either of them, in my opinion, if you like cooperative deck building.
Okay. Number 9, we've already talked about it, but it's wonderful, and I'm going to mention it again. It's on his list. It's on my list. Star Realms. 2-player game, deck builder, start off with the same stuff, buy cards, punch each other back and forth. If you want a good example of how the game works, Will did it on tabletop really recently, and they did a fantastic job on the production of it. It tells you exactly how to play. It's like $15, I think, not even. It's cheap and infinitely replayable, in my opinion. Tons of fun, really easy. Go get it. It's awesome.
Also fantastic mobile implementation.
Yes,
both
absolutely.
on the phone and iPad.
Really, really good.
Play online against people, just really, really top notch.
I'll go into number 8.
Right.
Number 8 for me is Boomtown. We've already talked about it. He introduced me to this game, but the bidding mechanic is fantastic. I love where you're dice rolling and there's a little bit of luck involved in the mines that you own. So you might hey, there's a 7 mine. 7's the most statistically rolled number in dice. So you're like, oh, I might get a 7, but that 8 has way more gold on it. I'll get that. I stinking love it. It is so easy. It's fun. It's quick. We played it a bunch of times. It's always one that I'm like, hey, if we're looking for an easy, quick game, let's do it. I love Boomtown. Fantastic.
I agree. My number 8, Unusual Suspects from...
What was that?
Unusual Suspects, cool many or not, profiling the game, and it is just outstanding. It is a fantastic game where essentially one person is going to know the committer of a crime, and they can't really tell everybody else except in direct questions and answers. So you'll be able to ask them a direct question, which will come up in the form of a card, and they will say either yes or no. So you'll have a spread out of potential murderers or criminals or whatever they are, and it'll say, did this person send his mother a birthday card? And you will have to then discuss with the rest of the group which one of those people would and would not discuss.
Based purely on looks.
And you start building up stories about these characters as you progress through the game. You're like, no, the sheep wearer, or no, the sweater wearer, the guy that wears a sweater, he would totally not listen to Christian rock. And it's just, it's so much fun.
We had such a great time with this at Gen Con last year. Yeah. We played it in the...
We almost got in trouble.
We almost got in trouble because we were laughing and having a good time. There is a big caveat that I have to throw out here. In this game, it's sort of Guess Who Advanced, right?
Yeah.
Where you are being judgmental, and you are being racist, and you are being whatever. And I talked about this.
Elitist. Yeah.
And it's, to me, to be able to just break all of those chains and break out of the mold of normal human decency and be a terrible person.
Well, it's not a terrible person. I mean, it's just...
Well, you're being judgmental.
Right? You're definitely
you're able to voice that, right? And normally you wouldn't.
Yes.
I love that. There are people that don't.
That guy's definitely on welfare. He's totally on welfare.
I had a friend of mine that absolutely lost his mind playing this game, got super pissed off, and actually left. He was not in the right mindset to play this game. So you said it perfectly when we talked about it before. You have to play this with the right group of people.
Yeah.
People that are going to be willing to do that and not get upset. Because if you play this with your racist uncle, guess what? He's your racist uncle. He's going to be a racist uncle.
They call him Racist Uncle Willie for a reason.
I mean, you don't get that name without being racist.
And your uncle.
It's fun, though. It's fun. If you're willing to step out of that boundary, it's great. I love it. This was so much fun.
All right, number 7?
Number 7 for me, we already talked about it. Well, I'll talk about it again. Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep, and I put Champions of Midgard in here, too. So I kind of tie them. And the reason is they're both very, very, very similar games.
Pick one.
In my opinion. Pick one. If I had to pick one, it would be Waterdeep.
Okay.
It would be Waterdeep over Midgard. But they're both really solid games. Love the worker placement. Love the aspect of, if I go there, you can't go there. In Midgard, I love the fact that you have to take your dudes and roll, and you may or may not win. We had a runaway winner problem last time with Midgard, which kind of made the game not great. And that's why Waterdeep is better, but I put them in the same sort of boat. But
Waterdeep expansion?
Love it. Waterdeep is just wonderful all around.
I agree.
One of the best worker placement games, if not the best. So there you go.
All right, my number 7 and my favorite game of last year. So actually, it would have remained my favorite game of last year over Aeons End, but 2 games in the top 10. Wow.
Yeah.
3 games actually.
From last year.
Man, I am such a basic.
Yeah.
Vast, the Crystal Caverns from Leader Games. Not going to be for everybody, but this is a 1 to 5 player, and it plays best with the highest player count, even though it stretches on a long time. But this is an asymmetrical game, where you are going to play as a knight going into a cave and trying to slay a dragon. Or you're going to be playing as a dragon trying to escape a cave. Or you're going to play as goblins trying to slay a knight. Or you're going to be playing as the cave trying to kill everyone. Or you're going to play as a robber trying to escape and rob everyone and then just get out with the gold. And they have even more expansions coming out, I believe, later this year, which is going to add 5 new interchangeable roles. You'll be able to play as a ghoul and a little girl. I backed the Kickstarter, which I don't normally do. but I love Vast. It's the rules. Some people like to complain about the rules.
Little.
I don't think they're that bad. You have 2 pages of rules for each player, so it's very different because each player has to learn their own set of rules, which a lot of people hate, I think.
Not a gateway game.
No.
Not even a little bit. You have 2 full pages with a lot of text.
Yes.
I've played this twice now. Once where I was the cave, and once where I was the goblins. And I really enjoyed it when I was the goblins. I hated it when I was the cave. And maybe, I don't know. But in both scenarios, I was close to winning both times. And I feel like that's where you say it's asymmetrical. That's what makes it great, is because every single time you play, you've got a chance to win. And you might get super close, but then somebody does something else and just beats you before you beat them. And that's what's great about it. I do like Vast. It's a solid game. I didn't buy it. So take that for what it's worth.
One thing I love about this game is if someone is pulling away, there's someone else in the game who can do their best to try and
Stop
hurt them. Generally, everyone has one counter, like one person that's trying to combat you, and the cave is obviously trying to just... It's really cool playing the cave because you're like a puppet master. You are trying to make everyone on an even playing field so you can eventually come down and crush them all.
Yep.
And,
It
so
is
innovative.
It is very innovative. It's very different, and I love the asymmetrical stuff. It is a little heavy, it's a little meaty, but it is wonderful. It's good. It's good.
Mean potatoes. Give me that all day.
What number was that?
That was my number 7.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're on the 6.
All right, I'll go ahead and do my number 6. In a game that I believe has risen every single time I've made one of these lists, and that is Corporate America.
Such a good game.
Nothing's Saber Games. I actually just played this at my game night this week. I'm really excited eventually, hopefully, to check out the new edition of the game, but even the old edition, it's outstanding. Corporate America, you play as rich, old, white dudes building businesses and they're trying to become the president of the United States, using your money to corrupt politicians and get bills and laws passed that you want them.
Nothing at all like real life.
But the theme comes across well, and it's just...
It's fantastic.
It's backstabby negotiation goodness. If you like negotiating, you need to try this game.
Absolutely.
And I say that, I don't say that all the time, but you absolutely, if you like negotiating with people, this is fantastic. Plays outstanding at 6 players. Like, this is my go-to 6-player game. Period.
Yep.
If you ask me what game I want to play 6 players, maybe it's probably going to be
Between Two Cities is probably
Twilight Imperium's up there.
Twilight
But Corporate
Imperium.
America,
Okay.
and it doesn't play too long, 90 minutes to 2 hours, and it goes by briskly. Everybody's actively involved at all times because you're constantly going to be like, ooh, you're running for president. What can you do for me? Should I contribute my money to you?
Here's $20. Make sure you build energy things.
Wheeling and dealing the game.
Oh man, yeah. This is a fantastic game. What I would tell you is there's one rule that we ignore, and that is
actually it's not in the rules. I
it's
totally
not
made
in
that
the
up.
rules. Oh my gosh! All right, so we thought there was a rule where you can just steal money, but there's not. What I would say is, if that rule existed, don't do that.
Yeah.
Really?
I talked to Teal about it. He's like, that's not a thing. I was like, oh.
That's sort of wonderful that you screwed that up.
I'm terrible.
But yeah, don't steal money. That's
a good
Corporate
life
America.
lesson.
I mean, you can if you can get away with it. Shoot. Number 6 for me is Secret Hitler. We talked about it already. It's wonderful. Social deduction, figuring out who the fascists are versus who the liberals are. We played a game of this with a bunch of my fraternity brothers, and it was just wonderful to get to the point where you get to kill somebody and they're like, you're freaking dead. And that was fantastic. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love the variability. I love that you can lie your face off. I love everything about it. It's beautifully designed. It's fantastic. If I had 6 players and that was on the table, I would play Secret Hitler all day. The app for Secret Hitler, it's just basically it basically is just close your eyes, open your eyes, do the whole thing. But it's narrated by Will Wheaton, and it's brilliant. It is awesome. It's free app. Get it. It's brilliant. It's hilarious. Awesome. Secret Hitler, number 6.
It's in my top 100. I'm not as hot as it to a lot of people, but it's a great game.
Number 5 is I'm gonna get all kinds of crap again, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Carcassonne. Carcassonne for me is one of those games that I discovered really early on in the hobby, and I keep coming back to the same themes. It's accessible. It's easy. You can teach it super quick. and yet there's a lot going on, especially with like farmers that you gotta figure out. And I love it. I love it. And there is an app for it as well. But I haven't done that. I've heard that's good.
It's got a good Xbox 360 implementation if you have Xbox One.
Oh, really? It's on. Oh,
play that
man, it's just fantastic. I love Carcassonne. End of story.
Yeah, it's probably my top 150. If I owned it and got a chance to play, this is the kind of game where once my son gets older, I could see this going into my top 100 because I'll get it and then I'll start getting expansions.
He'd love it.
Yeah, and there's tons of expansions. My wife loves this game. It's probably in her top 10 or 20.
And I'm talking vanilla Carcassonne. Yeah. I'm talking like pre-River Carcassonne.
You don't need anything, but it's still a great game.
It's wonderful.
I wholeheartedly concur. My number 5 is not going to be a controversy with anyone. Right. It is Orleans from Tasty Minstrel Games. Tasty Minstrel Games, by the way, is my sponsor, so check out their stuff. Woo! It's pretty awesome for the most part. I don't like Flip City, but other than that, probably not what I should be talking about.
Tasty Minstrel.
Let's talk about Orleans. Orleans is
so good.
Outstanding. It's the perfect. What I want in a game is I want a game that is easy to learn, that is easy to teach, but each and every choice you make in the game is somewhat difficult and interesting, and this game does that. What path to victory do you want to take? Because it's probably a viable path to victory. I have the second expansion, Templar and Power and Intrigue, which is also outstanding. It adds a completely new path to victory you can mix in, and it looks overwhelming. Like, I know a lot of you probably heard this game and are like, oh yeah, it looks so meaty and so heavy.
It's not.
And there's even a watch it play video. It'll teach you like 18 minutes. You'll know exactly what you're doing. And if you like worker placement, you really should try Orleans.
The first time Forrest brought this by to my place, he set it up on a table, and I walked by and went, oh my god.
It looks difficult.
What is going on? And like everybody at the table who learned it was like, no, it's really easy. And then he brought it over again, and we played, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's super easy. It looks daunting. It does. It really looks daunting. But it's fantastic. It was wonderful. I enjoyed the crap out of it. Would play again instantly. Yeah, absolutely.
Orleans, Tasty Missile Games. Yeah, definitely. What do you want to put on your radar?
Definitely not controversial. 4. Oh man, another one that's going to be controversial, I think. Legendary. I freaking love Legendary. Marvel Legendary. Yeah, let me throw that out there. There is the Alien one. I do like the Alien one. There was the we did also. I have not done the Predator
Big Trouble in Little China.
Haven't done that one.
Firefly.
I did do the Firefly
Buffy's
one.
coming out this year.
I hated Firefly. Just so you know, we got our butts kicked and it was terrible.
They're gonna milk that.
I mean, oh yeah, they're milking that property all day. But I freaking love Marvel Legendary, and a lot of people that I play it with don't. And it's just a deck builder with Marvel people.
Woo, Wolverine!
I mean, seriously, you get to be Wolverine or the Hulk or whatever. I love it. There's a lot going on. There's a ton of variability. I guess a critique of it would be that there's way too freaking much of it now. They just came out with a Legendary X-Men, and I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of burnt out. It's like,
but is that a bad thing?
I mean, yes and no, in my opinion. It's
if someone offered to give you all those expansions, would you want them?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd take them. Yeah, but I'm not going to pay for them.
But you'd be excited to try all the different characters in the Fantastic Four.
Well, I got Fantastic Four, which is no longer in print. Apparently, worth some money. So hit me up, internet. What's up? All right, go ahead.
Alright, my number 4, probably not going to be controversial. It's actually my buddy Eric's, King of Tokyo, Yellow. Just outstanding. I love King of Tokyo. It is one of those games that I will never, ever, ever, in any circumstance, turn down, I don't think.
I wouldn't turn it down.
Like, unless it was like
fun.
3 or 4 players, but then I still like it at the lower player counts even. But King of Tokyo, you have a monster, you're rolling dice. I personally love it because you get to build your own monster. And you purchase special abilities and things to your monster, and I love that.
Power-ups or no power-ups?
Power-ups.
Yeah. It's way better with power-ups.
Because if you roll power-ups, then hearts become a thing, and I love the game, and I hate when the game ends early because a lot of people are attacking each other. I just want to build my character. I just want you to leave me alone so I can build up my super awesome character.
And then murder everybody forever?
Yes.
The dice rolling aspect I love. I love the Yahtzee style. I love where you're like, oh, hey, all right, I rolled 2 3s, so I'll hang on to those. Reroll. Scratchy. Shoot.
Bye-bye 3s.
Shoot. Goodbye 3s. It's easy, it's accessible, it's fun. I love the dice rolling. You're a great pick.
Once again, I probably played 50 to 100 times easily, and I've never had a game fall flat.
And I would do it next, if you ask me.
Yep. So, Number 3. No, you're number 4.
No, I did my number 4 already. My
Number
4
3.
was legendary. So my 3, I'll do my 3. I'm happy with that. We already talked about it, but I'll talk about it again. Seven Wonder Stool. Seven Wonder Stool is like, they take Seven Wonders and they take the theme and they take everything that it's about and distill it down to a beautiful 2-player game in which you are making decisions that you're like, crap. And I love the fact that I've played it so much that I've seen military win, I've seen science win, I've seen points win. I've seen all 3 conditions, and that to me is beautiful. That they can balance it in such a way that every time you have a chance to win. And the last time we played it, I played it with my buddy Damien, and we got to the very last row, and I picked up a card and went, can I swear? I went, oh crap. There. Internet substitute crap for the swear word. Yeah, poop, definitely. So I picked up a card, leaving him able to get the science.
Oh, 7
and
science?
he got 7 science on like the last freaking turn. And I went, oh my gosh, we just played this for like a half hour and I just made the stupidest mistake of my life. And it was awesome. It's awesome. It's fantastic. 2 players. I know there's an expansion. I haven't checked out the expansion. The expansion's good? Okay. It's a wonderful game. 2 players. If you're looking for a great 2-player game, you need to own it. It's wonderful.
But the only thing I'd say bad about the expansion is it adds like 5 to 10 more minutes of teach time. But if you know how to play the base game, it's great.
Okay.
All right.
Number 3.
Number 3. And this game, once again, has just continued to climb my list. Battlestar Galactica.
I love this pick.
I have never watched the show. Never watched the movies.
Me neither.
But the theme completely gets me. And what I love about this over Dead of Winter, which is obviously the biggest one that people are going to compare it to, is the fact that in Battlestar Galactica, you will always have a traitor. There's always somebody on this ship who wants to sabotage you and ruin you and wreck you and crush you.
Toasters.
And being that person is so freaking fun.
Oh my god. This is like, I've never watched Battlestar Galactica, and yet I start using words fracking and toaster all the time because of this game. And I love being the Cylon.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I love being the bad guy. And the fact that like halfway through it can change, where you weren't a Cylon before, but now you are, is awesome. That is just one of my favorite mechanics that's ever come out in a board game, is the fact that you can be good in the first half and then bad in the second half. It's great.
Now, I had the Resistance higher on my list. My favorite thing to do in the Resistance is play the long con. To really gain their trust. To almost get to the grips of losing the game. But everyone has so much trust in you that you just crush them in the end. And Battlestar Galactica stretches that into 2 to 3 hours.
It lets you do that, and it's awesome.
Over 2 to 3 hours, though, which is going to be the biggest con, because it is a very lengthy game.
It is lengthy.
But oh my gosh, when you have everyone in the palm of your hand for 2.5 hours and then just crush them.
It's great.
I love it.
It's great.
All right, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Seven Wonders Still.
Oh, number 2.
Yeah, we're on number 2. You want to go?
Sure.
You go, I'll go, you go.
All right, my number 2, keeping with the social deduction, Werewolf. And this is going to be, I know, this is like Catan, which I had in like my 90s or 80s, where from a strictly nuts and bolts point of view, this is not a solid game. It has player elimination. It has very, very lengthy player elimination. When you're playing 40...
If you're dead...
Yeah, if you're playing 20 to 40 to 50 players in this game, which I've done numerous times, and it's amazing, you're done. Like, your game, the game's going to last for another 2 to 3 hours. But the experience that this game can elicit is incredible. You are in that village. If you have a good moderator, you are in that village. And you feel attached. Yes, it is a 30 to 3 hour role player where everyone in that village, you have an opinion on everyone in that village, and you form bonds, and you form connections, and you form cliques.
Make friendships.
And in a bigger game, you slowly creak in the circle, and there's so many special roles. My 2 Rooms and a Boobs has great special roles, but this, oh my gosh, you can never trust anybody. It just
bring this on Monday. Bring this on Monday. I'm hoping we have a few people. And we can
I'm hoping this is at Origins too. We need to get into a big game.
I would love to get into.
I love Ultimate Werewolf, and the other thing is, I have played this in so many scenarios. I played this at large game nights. I played this at a couple of parties. I played this at my company Christmas party with completely non-gamers, and they loved it and asked for it the next time we got together. I played this at my youth teen retreats
That
with 10 to
makes-
13-year-olds and teenagers
Yep.
who adore this game. Just, I love Werewolf.
That makes a great game.
My
That
number
makes a great
2,
game.
Ultimate Werewolf, Bezier Games. Which, by the way, is the best edition, the Bezier Games edition.
Number 2, Risk Legacy. Oh my gosh. Risk Legacy, so we've played pretty much every Legacy game that has been available. So we've played Pandemic Legacy, we've played Seafall. Awful, don't play it. Sorry, like everything that you've read about Seafall is accurate. It's bad, don't play it. Very excited for Charterstone from Jamie Stegmaier later this year. They're going to do Pandemic Legacy Season 2. Very excited for that.
We didn't playtest this Legacy.
Is not good.
I like it.
Okay, all right. Risk Legacy is, it was awesome. I don't like Risk.
Really?
I don't. I'm not a big fan of Risk, and I went into Risk Legacy going, I hate Risk, but I'll play this. I love being able to play stickers. I love tearing up cards. I love that there were games where I won.
I love destroying things and stickers.
Yeah,
Destroying things and stickers.
Drawing on the board, coloring, and it's great. Are you kidding? It's great. And I'm not going to spoil anything because if you haven't played it, just go. But there's like moments where you just roll the dice and stuff happens and you're like, that was cool. And that's another game where I left every time going, oh man, had I done that? Oh man, have I done that? And it stayed with me. If somebody, I've played 2 of them, and if somebody came into me and said, I want to play Risk Legacy, I want to get 4 people together and play the whole campaign, I'd do it. I'd do it like that. And I know what happens.
You got a good snap. Do it again.
Thank you. That wasn't as good. All right. I'm a snapper. All right. Number 1. Are we ready?
That is not. I will say about Risk Legacy, that is on my list to play. I really want to play it. Probably with my son when he gets older.
Yeah.
Good family game. But I will say, Rob Davio. I'm banking on him making a good game. I've not liked any of his games so far.
What, did you do number 2 already?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Number 1.
Number 1. Here we go. All right. I'm so excited for this.
It's all going.
Dark Tower. Dark Tower is my number 1 all-time favorite board game.
The one with the giant ball?
No, this is the one with the giant tower.
I'm thinking of.
It's got okay, so this was a game that was released in the early 1980s. It has a black tower that has like a little spinning thing around it. They only made it once. It's a single print run. It's a collectible game. So you can't go get this unless you want to spend a crap ton of money on eBay, which is what I did. But I played it when I was a kid, and I loved it. And it's super stupid because all you do is you run around the map, you buy stuff, you fight enemies, and it's all controlled by this 1980s technology tower. It's wonderful. You hit the button, it spins, you fight guys, and you die, and then you win, and you get keys, and you go to the end of the tower, and you have to put in the combination, and if you get it wrong, other people get a chance to do it. It's awesome.
We gotta play this.
It's so wonderful. It is. It's. Look, I get like jubilant thinking about it. Oh, just do it. Just do it already. I get jubilant thinking about it.
I was just getting it.
Yeah. But no, Dark Tower. Look, when I was a kid, I played it. I had a little like mini midlife crisis when I turned 30 and bought it, and I've never been happier. It's awesome. I will anytime. There is a 4-player limitation on it, which is a little bit lame, but hey, it's great. Go.
Your game
no one's
not have a 4-player limitation.
No one's gonna be surprised by this pick.
Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition.
Is anyone on the internet surprised by this pick?
So Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition is my favorite game of all time. This is a very hefty box. It makes Scythe feel light. And it is an epic space opera in which you are going to be given a completely asymmetrical space race. You're going to be starting on your own home planet, and then you're going to be going out into the galaxy, exploring, attacking, exploiting, going on different quests and different missions, trying to complete various different things. You're going to be going through wormholes. You're going to be fighting other people and building your own special units and playing all sorts of crazy secret attack cards and building camaraderie with other people over the course of 6 to 8 hours. Potentially 10 or 12.
6 to 8?
Yes.
Wow.
It goes up to 8 players, and the higher the players, the better for me, baby. Because it just gets more and more epic. This is the kind of game that you play and then you talk about it for years to come. This is the kind of game that has broken a quasi-friendship that two of my friends used to have with each other.
Really?
Planny and Alan got into it over Twilight Imperium.
Really?
It is, it's got politics, it's got, role selection, it's just love this game. Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition. If you gave me one choice of a game to play at any particular time, don't have to worry about my family, or time constraints, or eating, or bathing, or showering, this is that game. Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition.
I need to come to the next time you schedule this.
And both expansions are fantastic. So that was our
That's it.
top 100
Holy
games of all time. We
cats, oh
did
my
it.
gosh, we've been filming for hours. I hope you appreciate this. I'm gonna get so much internet points for this. Like so many internet. I mean, yeah, it's a fake thing. I'll take it.
I was hoping to get Kroger Plus points.
Oh, well,
With
I
that
mean, those
3
are
cents
good.
off the
You can get some,
gas.
like, gas points things.
Let me know in the comments below what you thought about our list. What's your top game of all time? Have you played Dark Tower? Because I definitely am intrigued now.
It's amazing. I'll set it up. I'll set it up so it's ready for Monday.
All right. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
Woo! We're done. I feel like I should, like, slide out of frame.